the melanin queen. Sisi ni wale tuliosaidiwa na Mungu, sisi ndo wale tuliobarikiwa na Baba. Sisi ni wale tuliosaidiwa na Mungu, sisi ndo wale tuliobarikiwa na Baba. Sina hela, sina pesa, sina doo, sina nyumba, sina gari, sina hoo. Kila kukikucha minawaza kesho, tapiga moyo konde nitafika hoo. Wanaokudharau leo watakusalimia kesho, wanaokusema sema watakusifia kesho. Unaokula nao na kucheka nao, kesho kidondoka utakuwa nao. Piga moyo konde, wakati wa Mungu, wakati sahihi. Piga moyo konde, wakati wa Baba, wakati sahihi. Sisi ni wale tuliosaidiwa na Mungu, sisi ndo wale tuliobarikiwa na Baba. Sisi ni wale
Imekata. Hebu niangalilie sasa. Lewis, Lewis, confirm. So sorry about that. And as we were saying, we are located in Naivasha. We are the Versatile team located in Naivasha next to KWFT, opposite KWFT next to Jambi's Hotel. And we usually have our meetings every Monday to Friday. We have the Health Fellowship Hour from 5:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. And then we have every day Zoom, Monday to Friday, and oftenly or sometimes we have it on Sundays. And aside from that, you can reach us through mobile phone. Maybe you can call us through the number plus 254 701 158 821, or reach us through email at greenworldea@gmail.com. Aside from that, we are on social media pages. You can reach us on Facebook as Versatile Next Level Team, or on YouTube, Versatile Team. So welcome so much, as today we have a look at our bodies and trying to manage our weight. So without much ado, allow me jump right into it. And we ask ourselves, weight is something that it's very easy to gain, but once it comes to losing it, it calls for, it's troublesome losing weight. And this is something that has really bothered a lot of people. And today I want us to iron out on how best can we reduce our weight. Aside from that, allow me again to invite you to our Muranga 2024 business conference that will be held this Saturday on 17th of February, and will be held at the venue Muungano. That's these a building that is just inside the Kangari town. So welcome as we fellowship together and as we open an office there. And we are saying that this time Muranga must be great. So what do I mean with the slimming, the slimming package, the slimming care package? We usually talk of obesity and overweight. What's the distinctions? What's the difference? And shocking statistics says that 37% of the world population, they are in obese, or they are in the obese class. 14%. Now the 37, it's for the adults, but for the 14% is the adult plus children. And now that's 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 a problem that is really trying to bother people so much, because how did we get to the situation where even our children have obesity? What changed? Like what changed? It's is obesity a disease? It's obesity, is it a catalyst of a disease? That's what we are trying to debunk today. That's what we are trying to check on that today. And unfortunately, now the entire, the population of the world, you know 3.4 million deaths caused by overweight and obesity. You can imagine, like, these are 3.4 million. It's not a two digit figure. This is a big figure that is caused by, by obesity. These deaths, they are caused by obesity. And how can we do to, to make sure that we restrain this death? Yeah, we what are we supposed to do? You know, at the end of the day, we got to add weight. When a mother has a child and that child is not adding weight, when they are going to hospital, definitely that mother has, she's stressed, and the parents, they are stressed. But how much of weight are we supposed to add? How much of fat are we supposed to add? How much, weighty are we supposed to be? Like we usually hear, we are told about BMI. What is this BMI? The body mass index. What is this body mass index? How can you calculate your BMI by yourself? That is, it's very easy. How do you calculate it? Take your weight in kg, then divide by your height in meters squared. Now, the body mass index, what is the best? How best can you say that I'm okay, I'm in the best weight? Like if you have a BMI that is less than 18.5, a BMI that is less than 18.5, we say that you are an underweight. And this can be, it's prone to problems. You're prone to problems because you are an underweight. Then if you have a BMI between 18.5 and 24, that is the healthy weight. That is the healthy weight. Those, we look forward to all of us getting to that BMI of between 18.5 and 24. So do your calculation, have your weight, then divide by your height squared in meter squared. Then you'll see your BMI, because that is the weight that we are trying to look for. That's the level that we are trying to all of us to be into, because in that level we try and will be very fresh and very able to fight a lot of illnesses. And when do we say that you're overweight? When your BMI it's between 24 and 27, then you are overweight. Now you start, that's where the alarm is starting to ring. The alarm is starting to come up. You have to regulate your weight. But when your BMI now goes up more than or equal to 27, that is when now the obesity starts creeping in. Your mild obesity. You are now going to an alarming stage when your BMI now is equal all above 30. Now you are moderately on obesity. Your obesity is moderate. Now you are getting to the to the red line. But when your BMI is above 35, now you are severely obesity. Your obesity, you are in the level that now you don't have a choice. You have to work on your weight. And if you don't work on your weight, what will happen? What will happen if you don't work on your weight? If you don't work on your weight, if you don't work on your weight, you'll be in a state where you are just a time bomb with all these type of illnesses. We have obesity in relations to other diseases. When you have obesity, you'll have the likes of blood pressure, you'll have the likes of you'll have a lot of many illnesses as portrayed there by our pictorial. You'll have like one, sleep apnea. What is this? When you stop breathing when you are asleep. You'll see people who are, yes, he's asleep, but all of a sudden he's kind of choked. He's kind of choked and he wakes up because when you are asleep, it turns the tongue and the muscles tends to relax, and once they relax, they oppress that pipe that helps you breathe. So you kind of choke, and that is when you stop breathing for a moment and you are forced to wake up. Those are the problems that you face when you are obese. You have high blood sugar and have type 2 diabetes. your blood sugar is always high. Why? Because this obesity made up of what? Made up of fats. And these fats, they are just, they store energy, and that's fast was they store energy. They restrain the cells from absorbing more glucose. So more glucose, it's in your blood, so the blood sugar goes up. Then you'll have blood pressure. You'll have cholesterol clogging on your veins, clogging on your hearts, and that's when you can have heart failures, and you can have high blood pressures, you can have stroke, you can have liver fats, you can have osteoporosis or osteoarthritis and gout, all because of obesity, or having high, big weight, or adding up on more weight. And how do we go about that? Let's look at each and every one. The obesity and sleep apnea. When you are sleeping, as I had alluded earlier, during sleep, the gravity and muscles relaxation always tend to oppress that trachea that always brings up air. That's when you find the difficulties in breathing. So obese men with the neck circumference of 17 inches or greater, 17 inches or greater, and women with neck circumference of 16 inches or greater are more likely to face this. And what is your neck circumference? What is your neck circumference? Most of the adults, they have a neck circumference of at least 17. So what does this tell you? That all of us, we are prone to this. We are prone to this sleeping apnea. When you are sleeping and you just stop breathing for a moment, and you get that shocking, you just wake up, and it alters your sleep. OSA, that is obstructive sleep apnea, induces oxygen deficit. It makes that your body doesn't get the oxygen that it deserves, because has already halted the process of breathing. And the high blood viscosity therefore greatly increases the risk of heart disease and stroke. So when you stop breathing for that very minutes, small minutes, it can cause a stroke, because remember, you still have organs that are functioning. So when these organs are continuing functioning, and you've restrained the oxygen that is going into your body, then this organ might stop working. Probably, like, the heart can stop working, and once the heart stop working, what next? Your guess is as good as mine. So let's work on our weight. On the second thing, obesity and type 2 diabetes. Overexertion of urine production. When you have big weight, you'll exert insulin production. You'll over exert it insulin production. Why? The pancreas will be fatigued. The pancreas will get to a situation where it's tired, that it can't produce enough insulin, the insulin that is deserved by your body. And on the other hand, whereas someone with diabetes is someone who is not producing enough insulin. So you who is obese and a person who has type 2 diabetes will be classified in the same level. Why? Because when you are obese, the pancreas is fatigued, so it's not producing the insulin that is deserved. And on the other side, the person who has type 2 diabetes doesn't get the enough insulin that the body requires. So you who is obese and someone who has type 2 diabetes, you are grouped, or you are in the same WhatsApp group. Why? Because on the other side, The person with the type 2 diabetes doesn't have enough insulin. On the side that the person who is obese is straining the pancreas that is not producing enough insulin. So you get yourself, you are diabetic. But what is the source? The source is just obesity. The high level of your weight. Obesity and high blood lipid and fatty liver. This is, like blood lipid and fatty livers, they are some of the leading causes of death, the leading causes of stroke, the leading causes of heart diseases. So upon you having being obese, you'll have cholesterol in your body. And where does this cholesterol store itself? This cholesterol will store itself in the veins, in your veins, or even surround your heart. Surround your heart. When it stores itself in your veins, what does the veins do? The veins tends to be narrowed, so the blood that is supposed to flow through that vein, it's restricted. The amount is restricted. So you get that the diastolic and the diastolic numbers, they go up. The pressure goes up. Why? Because of obesity, because of the high weight that one has. And this is a catalyst of of all these type of veins clogging. Because of why? Because of the cholesterol. The cholesterol gets into your arteries and makes them thinned. Then once they are thinned, then what do you get? You get high blood pressure. Look at your liver. That you can see there in the pictorial. The liver, a normal liver, it's supposed to be clean, like has the same similar shape, but a fatty liver has gold like shape, gold like color, because it has already been covered by the fats. So upon being covered by the fats, so the liver will not work as it's supposed to work. And that is when you go to hospital and you're told that you're having liver cirrhosis. But what triggered all this? What triggered all this? Did the liver start getting these illnesses by itself? No, your guess is as good as mine. It's just because of your weight. So, brothers and sisters, let's maintain our weight. To avoid all these problems, let's maintain our weight. Let's maintain our weight. Look at obesity and heart diseases. Once you have all this cholesterol, we've said that some cholesterol will go inside the arteries and clog themselves inside the arteries. Then others will surround your heart. Then upon them surrounding your heart, what do you get? What do you get? What do you get? You'll get a heart that is not functioning right. You can see there a healthy heart and a heart of an obese person, because all this fat clogs the heart, and upon them clogging the heart, you don't breathe properly, and this is where you get the problems of stroke and all that. Then the arteries, as you've said, it clogs. Then you can see in our pictorial there, the cholesterol goes inside the artery, and they make the artery grow slimmer or narrower and narrower. So obesity is an independent modification of cardiovascular risk factor. So this is an independent modification. You are modifying your own cardiovascular risk factor for your own self. And how do we do that? By the way we feed, by how we do our exercise, and as in different sheets, we'll show how all this can be tackled with. Patients with BMI greater than 30 have significant shorter lifespan than those who are not affected by obesity. So if you measure your BMI and you get that your BMI is greater than 30, then Remember and just know that you are a candidate of a short life. So work on your weight, work on your obesity, and all this will be something of the past. So look at obesity and osteoarthritis and gout, or osteoporosis as we call it. Now look at the first pictorial there. That is a normal joint. You know, a normal joint that is able to handle your weight. A normal joint that is featured so normal that is able to handle your weight. But upon you adding more weight, you make this joint, you put a lot of pressure on this joint. Then once you put this a lot of pressure on on these joints, then these joints can collapse. They can collapse, or they can be deformed in one way or the other, or else you can get swollen or inflamed joints, you know, like our sacred pictorial there. And once it's framed, or it's swollen, that is a ground for uric acid to start crystallizing there. Then upon the uric acid crystallizing in those joints, then what do you get? Definitely gout comes in. And what is the source of all this? The source of all this is just your weight. So brothers, let's regulate our weight. Let's check on our weight. So how are we supposed to check our weight? How are we supposed to check on to make sure that we maintain our obese level? How are we supposed to check like we remain on the weights that we are supposed to? Thanks to Grainwell, we have products that will help you completely regulate your weight. And this product, mind you, these products, they are completely and fully organic. So there is no any one time that these products will give you side effects. There is no any one time that these products will affect one organ or the other. In as a matter of fact, as they help you deal with your weight, they are helping you with all the other organs of your body. So we have the first product, slimming capsule. So what's slimming capsule? Slimming capsule, it is suppresses appetite and promotes. Slimming capsule suppresses appetite, promotes and promotes, you know, the decomposition, you know, adipose decomposition, you know. It removes excess heat and speeds metabolism. So this capsule here, the slimming capsule, it will help you, you know, like first reduce your appetite, because all this weight, how do we get this weight? By feeding. So with this capsule, it will help you reduce your weight by what? By helping you reduce on your appetite, you know, reduce appetite, that such that your intake of food, your request for food, you know, it will come down. The request for food will come down. So upon you taking this, it will help you reduce your appetite, thus making your body use the fat that it has already stored, in terms of, you know, in terms of that it's increasing your weight, it's increasing your obesity. So with this capsule, it helps you, you know, if you are taking meals thrice a day, now you start taking meals probably once a day, or even if you're taking twice a day, you'll take less amount of food. That is the first product. The second product, Pro Slim Tea. Pro Slim Tea. How does it do it? How does it do? It assists the body in promoting the function of the liver. So upon you taking this Pro Slim Tea, it helps your liver. It helps your liver function well. So upon the liver functioning well, then the gastrointestinal system and the gastrointestinal system, once they are functioning well, so it will only be taking the nutrients that they are supposed to be taking in your body. Then upon these nutrients be taken, all the rest will be taken out, or you'll take it out through your stool. So upon you taking this, it will help your body or your liver and the gas your weight. Therefore the product lipid Kia T. Lipid Kia T, as just as the name suggested, it helps burns the cholesterol in your body. It helps burn the lipid in your body. It regulates the metabolism of body lipid. That is, lowers the blood viscosity, improves and prevents the coronary artery diseases and fatty disease. So with lipid Kia T, you are guaranteed that your liver won't be fatty, because it fights all the lipids that are not supposed to be in your body. It makes sure that they are excreted out of your body. The other thing, blueberry slimming body. Blueberry slimming body. The anthocyanin in the blueberry protects the liver cells by neutralizing the free radical. Remember the other time that we were talking about spirulina, we talked of free radicals. What are these free radicals? Free radicals, we take them in through the water we take, through the foods that we take. But with blueberry seed, which has the anthocyanin, which is a very active or a very strong antioxidant, so it makes sure that these free radicals, they are oxidated. So upon them being oxidated, they won't affect your liver cells. So the 8 essential amino acids that are critical nutrients to ensure the tissue's renewal in the process of heavy weight. So upon this process of the weight loss, it makes sure that your tissues, they are not fractured, or your tissues, they remain renewed, your tissues remain strong, and they continue surviving as it's supposed to be active. Then we have chitosan. Chitosan, we usually call it a fat magnet. This one, chitosan, takes the fats, all the fats in your body, may it be your belly, may it be your back, may it be wherever, may it be your neck. It attracts, or magnetically attracts, all the fats that are not used in your body. So this is a fat magnet. So remember, all these weights that we are talking about, all these weights that are bringing up the obesity, they are just nothing but just fats. And these are fats, the body thinks that is doing you a favor by storing the energy, because these fats stores energy. So the body stores the extra energy in the fats. Now the fats that are not being used by your body, now those fats, they are the ones that add you the weight. And now with chitosan, you'll be able to add it. Make sure that it magnetically attracts all those fats that are not actively used by your body, and make sure that they are expelled in a good way. So with its positively charged molecules, the how that it does, this is what I'm explaining, that with its positively charged molecule structure, it attracts and binds negatively charged bile acid and fatty acids, thus reducing their absorption. So chitosan is negatively charged, and the fatty acids and the fats that are in our bodies and the bile acids, they are positively charged. So it attracts them and makes sure that they are removed in your body, and it regulates their absorption. So one thing, it helps remove them. Then the other thing, it regulates their absorption or reduces their absorption. Then the other product, the deep sea fish oil. The deep sea fish oil, just as the name suggests, this is pure fish oil, and it provides a complete range of omega-3 essential fatty acids, which it flows, it lowers the blood lipid, reduces inflammation throughout the body, decreases the platelet aggregation, prevents excessive blood clotting, inhibits thickening of arteries, dilutes, it has a lot of benefits. So with the deep sea, you are guaranteed your arteries are safe, your liver is safe, then your veins, they are safe. By how? By making sure that they are elastic. So with deep sea, you are sure that your vein system or your blood system is safe. The seventh thing, the meal cellular tablets, or the blueberry dietary fiber. Dietary fiber improves the peristalsis. It reduces the sugar in and fats permeating from the intestinal wall into the blood circulation. So your blood circulation is safe with meal cellulose. Why? It's preventing the sugars and the fats to permeate through to come into your blood system or your blood circulatory system. As if that is not enough, if you can't use these ones, I want to give you more tips of how you can make sure that you maintain your body, you maintain your weight. You have that classic weight, that weight that you are supposed to be having. Your body goes with the right weight. Step number one, trying intermittent fasting. What do I say? The first thing, you have to do what we call the ADF, alternate day fasting. What is this? ADF: fast on one day, then the next day eat. When you do this, how are you doing? Because if you usually take like 2 cups of tea on or every day. So you take 2 cups of tea on Monday, you fast on Tuesday, you take 2 cups of tea on Wednesday. So meaning that if you are taking 2 cups of tea every day, you've already omitted 2 cups of tea on Tuesday. So you've already started to regulate, the intake, something that is coming through your stomach. Because when you're fasting on an ADF, you have to, like a whole day you don't take. So that meal that you're supposed to take that day, because your body has to continue functioning, so it will be forced to take up the fats that it had stored as energy. The second way, the 5-2 diet. The 5-2 diet. So this is when we have 7 days in a week. This is when you eat for 5 days and fast for 2 days. So probably you eat from Monday to Friday, then on Saturday and Sunday you fast. So the other way, the 16-8 method. The 16-8 method. What does it say? That you have 8 hours to eat, a food window. Like 8 hours you can eat anything, but for 16 hours you completely fast. So what we are trying to do is to regulate the amount of food, or the amount of fats, or the amount of calories, the amount of carbohydrates that we are feeding our bodies with, all by fasting. Tip number two, how do you eat? Observe your eating habit. One, if you are eating, stop eating when lying down. Stop eating when you are sitting on in funny postures. Sit upright when you are eating. Preferably sit on a table. Sit upright. And that is why you'll never find a dinner table which is in the same level with your seat. The dinner table is always above, higher above your knee, because you're supposed to eat on a table. You're resting, you're sitting upright, and you eat well, so that that food goes in flows in so well. Then the second thing, avoid distraction while eating. Like our the former presidential aspirant Abdul Badidas once said that when you feel like eating, eat. So when you want to eat, make sure that you observe that eating period. Don't be distracted. We have people who they are prone of eating while working. So you'll get someone will take the single plate and eat for 3 hours. Why? Because they are eating while working. So make sure that you restrain yourself, that when you are eating, you are eating. It's eating time, no distraction. The third thing, eat slowly. Eat slowly. Eat slowly. Why? Because when you eat, the food as it goes through into your body, it goes in form of balls. These balls rolls from your mouth to the last system of your digestive system. So this food as it rolls, we have the nerves that takes up the nutrients that is needed by your body. So this food is supposed to roll slowly as it's being taken, the nutrients that are supposed to be taken by your body. So once you eat fast, you are making your body like not take nutrients in some balls and take in some, because you are eating so fast. So make sure when you are eating, eat slowly. Don't eat in a haste. The fourth thing, considered make considered food choice. Mark what you are eating. Master what you are eating. It's so much eating your junk. Don't eat junk. Eat fresh food. Eat foods that you can food that is food. Let's restrict the eating of junk foods. And the fifth thing, eat protein for breakfast. Make sure. And why protein for breakfast? Why for breakfast? Because after breakfast, your body is active. Your body is active. Oftenly, you'll get that after breakfast, that's when you are going to work. So your body is active throughout the day. So that protein will help your body take up all the protein that it deserves. So eat it in the morning. Try and omit eating it at night, because upon you eating, you're going to rest. So your body won't use this protein that you've already fed on. So the other thing, cut back on sugar and refined carbs. Try your level best to cut down on sugar and carbohydrates, because 98% of the carbohydrates that we feed on, they are refined carbs. So the third way that I want to encourage ourselves to to try to start doing, make sure you eat balancing gut bacteria. Make sure that you balance your gut. How? Eat a wide range of fruits and veggies. So when you are eating, oftenly I usually advise people that if it's mostly supper, make sure that if you are eating, let's say like ugali, make sure that you eat less of ugali and more of veggies. And plus those veggies, make sure you add a fruit. Make sure that in every meal that you eat, try and add a fruit. The second thing, eat fermented foods. The fermented foods, the likes of yogurt, try and eat and feed on yogurt. If, for example, you have to eat lunch, is it possible? If you can't fast, try and take yogurt. How will it help? Yogurt contain antioxidant, fermented foods contain antioxidants, contain antimicrobials, contain antifungals, anti-inflammatory, anti-diabetic, and anti atherosclerotic substances. So upon you taking the fermented foods, then you are safe because you are taking antioxidants in, you are taking antimicrobial in, you are taking antifungals in. Then again, eat probiotic food. Eat probiotic foods. Please, please, please. If you can't take supplements, make sure that you follow these stages. Then the other thing, make sure that you get good night's sleep. Make sure that you sleep so well. Make sure that you sleep well. So poor sleep lowers down metabolism. So make sure that you get good sleep so that your metabolism can be, you can be so well. Look at the most of the obese people. Once they sleep, upon them waking up, they wake up so tired. It's like they've not rested. So please maximize on your sleep. Maximize on sleeping well. Not only sleeping, but sleeping well. Poor sleep is related to leptic reduction, and it's make sure that you just sleep well. Poor sleep can increase the production of insulin, and production of insulin and cortisol, which also prompts to fat storage. Just sleep so well. Poor sleep affects the proper function of use insulin. So the reason as to why night was made, it's for us to sleep. So try and make sure that you sleep. And if you have stress and anxiety, thanks God, Greenwell came up with a product that is a stress and anxiety capsule. It will help you sleep so well, no matter the stress that you are facing, no matter the anxiety attacks that you'll be facing. It helps you calm your nerves and you sleep so well, because sleep, it's one way closer to a medication, to your medication. The fifth thing, do exercise. Stress triggers the release of hormones such as adrenaline and cortisol. These hormones, you get that, someone who has a huge weight or who is obese, this person tends to get mad so fast, gets angry so fast upon just having a chat, and that person goes mad. Just try and do exercise. You can do the likes of yoga, long time. Make sure that you work on your exercise. Make sure that your body burns more and more calories. Benefits of slimming down: one, reduces the rates of heart diseases. We've seen what obese does to your heart. Second thing, reduces the risk of stroke. Let me just ask, and maybe you can comment there. Have you ever witnessed a slim person being attacked by stroke? If you witnessed, just right there. And did it have other underlying conditions? Because stroke, it's highly associated with people with high weight or people who are obese. The third thing, reducing the risk of developing some forms of cancer. So upon you reducing your obese, you reduce the risk of cancer. Controlling non-insulin dependent diabetes. Diabetic that is not caused by insulin, you'll control it completely. Increases energy levels. So someone who is skinny and someone who is has a lot of weight, the energies, they are different. You'll get the someone who is on the best kind of weight, then that person will always be energetic, can do one or two things, whereas the obese person will kind of get tired on one task and feel like they can't be able to do multiple tasks where else the other person can. Optimizing the immune system, your immunity will be on a higher notch, reducing the risk of osteoporosis, reducing the risk of infertility, reducing the risk of anemia, having more self-esteem. Someone who has good weight will always have their esteem high, increase the energy and welfare levels. So please, brothers and sisters, let us, let us, let us maintain our weight, and let us check on our weight. So those are just but a few ways that I think that we can work with, and bring our weights down for those who are having, their weights, their high, all, even those who are having their weights low but they want to maintain that weight. We have the products that will help you do exactly that. Exactly that. Don't forget to follow, to visit us, leave a comment. Where else, wherever you are, we can send these products. We have shops all around. We have Greenworld offices all around. We can always link you to the best and the closest team around you. And as I finish, I want to invite you, and remember that all the products that I've shared here today, they are available at our shelves here in Naivasha, next to Jambi's Hotel, opposite KWFT. We are open every day, Monday to Saturday, 8 to 6 in the evening. And make sure that you follow us on our social media pages. On Facebook, we are Versatile Next Level Team. On YouTube, we are Versatile Team. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and make sure you leave a comment. We'll get back to you. If you have any problem with weight issue, we are there to help, because we believe that upon us helping, we are helping you. We are helping a generation, because whenever you help someone, the universe will always find a way of repaying you back. So you're welcome. Feel free to chat with us. Feel free to ask any question. Welcome, and welcome so much. As I leave you with a video of our shop and where we are located. We are located in a building known as the Marketplace, and we are ready, very ready for you. So welcome so much as we work together. So asanteni sana.
The Melanin Queen. Sisi ni wale tuliosaidiwa na Mungu. Sisi ndo wale tuliobarikiwa na Baba. Sisi ni wale tuliosaidiwa na Mungu. Sisi ndo wale tuliobarikiwa na Baba. Sina hela, sina pesa, sina doo, sina nyumba, sina gari, sina hoo. Kila kukikucha minayowaza kesho, tapiga moyo konde nitafika hoo. Wanaokudharau leo watakusalimia kesho. Wanaokusema sema watakusifia kesho. Unaokula nao na kucheka nao, kesho kidondoka utakuwa nao. Piga moyo konde, wakati wa Mungu, wakati sahihi. Piga moyo konde, wakati wa Baba, wakati sahihi. Sisi ni wale tuliosaidiwa sisi ndo wale tuliobarikiwa na Baba. Sisi ni wale tuliosaidiwa na Mungu. Sisi ndo wale tuliobarikiwa na Baba. Jana niliumwa nikadhani nitakufa, leo niko fiti, ukinicheki nadumbika. Nilipotishwa kazi walidhani nitasota, leo niko juu, ile kibofu nadumbika. Kama unaamini umesaidiwa na Mungu, piga kelele, kelele moja, kelele mbili. Kama unaamini umesaidiwa na Mungu, piga kelele, kelele moja, kelele mbili. Sisi ni wale tuliosaidiwa na Mungu. Sisi ndo wale tuliobarikiwa na Baba.